You know, when you look at Michigan from the national point of view, and I serve on a number of national boards, and a number of them are concerned with the nonprofit sector writ large, and that includes nonprofits from grant maker and grant seeker positions, and these organizations are also concerned with small charities, and they're concerned with volunteerism. And you talk about life in Michigan, they automatically say two things. First off, they say, you have some really good models in there, and we need to take Michigan and, you know, take the water and drop it in many other communities. And the second thing they say is, we don't quite get how you all work together. We just don't get it. And we just launched a local initiative where we created a nonprofit center, and we cohabitate with 5 other nonprofits, and it includes Community Foundation and United Way and Big Brothers Big Sisters and other nonprofits. And people scratch their head and they say, you really got a Community Foundation and United Way to kind of work together? And I say, yeah, not only that, they're living together. Wow. How did you do that? And it's a hard thing to translate to people. So when we look at the national level, and they look at, you mean the Michigan Nonprofit Association, which represents largely 501c3 small charities, works hand in hand with the grant makers that give them money? I said, well, yeah. And I get another question like, you don't, of course, allow nonprofits and foundations both to serve on your boards, right? I mean, it's just charities that serve on your board. I say, no, nonprofits serve on our board, and foundations are nonprofits, and we have corporate foundations serve on our board because they serve the interests of our community. And they don't get it. They have a hard time figuring out, how do you put people who seem to have competing interests at the same table on your governance of all places, and work together. And then when you look at the national organizations that I serve on, they are radically separate. And it's hard to figure out from a Michigan perspective, how do I serve their interests? Because it's such a foreign language. Collaboration, genuine collaboration, is really hard. And if you have to live it, you have to leave yourself open to really changing the way you talk about other organizations. And so we talk about it in terms of grant maker, grant seeker, but we talk about it as grant maker, grant seeker, not grant maker, grant seeker. And it's a different climate, it's a different way of thinking. And again, it's been ingrained in us, so we don't know any other language. I think the other challenge that you see at the national level is that we tend to see the nonprofit sector is huge, and the landscape is just too varied, and we see it as sort of this pond full of different things, and I tend to think of it as looking through the kaleidoscope, and all the elements are there, but if you change things, it looks very different. But it's still the same elements, and it's still contained in the same environment. And so when we think about the sector, both at the national level and at the state level, we are a kaleidoscope. And yeah, we are hard to describe, but that's the beauty of it. And getting people to understand the beauty of the mosaic and embrace it is, I think, one of the challenges that we're always going to have to deal with. And we're not linear, and we're not uniform. We are varied, and there's great power in the diversity of the sector, and we have to always remember that and keep that really close to our heart.